race car driver. Come
He
on.
knows
I'm hoping that
this
I'm not
track.
gonna
We're with the
do any
professional race car driver. We're chilling.
Okay.
So this is like a third gear turn. Come out to the outside of the track here. You see these little bits of curving right there? That's kind of the edge of the track. You don't want to go any further than that. All of these turns here are fast flowing turns. These were put in at the request of Mario Andretti because the track used to turn left and go straight up the hill, and it was just way too fast going up the hill. So they installed these turns at, at his suggestion. All of these turns, are fast. Fourth gear, fifth gear turns.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, this is an old school track, as I was telling you, David. The track is built over the natural contour of the land. What they do now is basically they'll just take a flat parcel of land and they'll build any elevation changes into it. This one is built on top of it. So as an example, the banking right here is built because that's the way the natural contour of the land is. The uphill section is because we're coming up over the brow of this hill. And that's something that's completely unusual. And in fact, there are sections of this racetrack that would be, for the build of a new racetrack are, outside of the code or the spec of the parameters of building new tracks because there's too much elevation change. You'll see is what I mean as we come up to the corkscrew here. Now, we're coming up to the point of the track that what really makes this track a famous racetrack, the corkscrew. You're coming up this turn, it's a blind brow, as you can see. You've got the car in front of us taking the right line. And right here, as you come up here, is where you actually start to put on the brakes. You can't even see the corner, but you start to brake right here. And then you turn left and just take a look at this.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there. You're driving over an abyss.
You're like, oh no.
In fact, you can't see anything. And another thing to bear in mind, in a race car, you're sitting very low.
Oh, that's true.
And you can't even see the down part of the track there. You don't know where the edge of the track is. So do you see the yellow ribbon on the tree?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's been up there for years. That's what drivers reference. We put a cone down below there so that you can see. I don't think the song was written after that one, but that certainly is your reference point. And then coming down the hill, and I'm going to just pop it into neutral right now.
So why does it make that so famous? Just because you can't see?
It's called the corkscrew, exactly. And it is so steep they wouldn't even build racetracks like this. Here we are rolling downhill. I'm not accelerating. This is just the downhill section, and we hit 50 miles per hour coming down the hill, just coasting. It is so steep. Coming up to this is turn number 10, a really fast flowing turn. All the cones that you see on the track like this are guide cones that we put in to set up to help our drivers to make sure that they are driving on the correct line. One thing about driving a race car, I believe I mentioned it the other day, it's like learning any other sport. It's a technique required to learn how to do it versus just going out there and trying to drive fast. And it's a constant challenge for us to get drivers to understand they have to do things correctly before they try to go fast. As you come up the hill here, again, underneath the Master Raceway Bridge here, under the orange dots, you look for the third telephone pole because it disappears. Believe me, you're driving here by yourself at 110 miles an hour. It's kind of a challenge coming up over the hill to keep your foot on the gas pedal.
But don't you memorize the course?
Yes, you do. But guess what? Your mind plays tricks on you as you're going around. And even if you know that's where the track goes, when you come over the rise, it's still sometimes hard to keep your foot on the gas pedal, even though that you can.
Well, the lighting is different too, isn't it? I mean,
pardon me?
The lighting is different too, morning or afternoon. And
it does. Certainly in the afternoon. In the winter times, the sun's coming down, it can blind you a little bit. So there's always a bit of a challenge. Everything in this track, there's just a little little bit of intricacy or little details in driving the racetrack that you need to learn. And that's one of the things that we teach in this school. In fact, we're the only racing school where I will actually go and do a track walk with the drivers. We will invite the drivers to come across at 7 in the morning and we'll do a lap of the track. We had a fellow that came in and been coming to this racetrack since it opened in 1963.
Sounds right.
He'd been coming to the track since 1963 as a spectator, as a track worker.
Are you laughing at me?
And working with racing teams. He's never walked the racetrack. So that's one thing that we do, that just walking the racetrack on its own is a tourist attraction in itself.
I like this cone to cone thing.
Yeah,
spots.
it really. So you see the drive through here. It's always a challenge. Here we are coming up over the hill again. So we these guys get ahead of us a little bit.
It's a fantastic experience.
This is fun.
Yeah.
This is really rad. Let's do this.
I just think because we're in a van, won't we flip over?
Oh yeah.
Or tip over?
Oh yeah.
Well, I haven't flipped
Then
one
we get
yet,
workman's
but there's
comp.
always a first time, right?
We're trying.
Let's do it.
Well, you're not in the seatbelt. You'll have nice road face.
I trust Alan, okay?
I trust Alan too. It's a
One
van.
of the
Glad
best
somebody
drivers in the
trusts
world.
me.
I get that. I trust Alan.
You know,
She doesn't trust the van.
The funny thing is, I've made it a long way in racing, yet my wife still tells me how to drive.
Some things never change, huh?
Exactly. So anyway, it's pretty
Wow.
cool coming down through
That
here.
is pretty cool.
I'll try to see if we can do it at a little bit higher speed next time so you can get a feel.
Are you freaking kidding me? In a van?
I love it. So you're always turning here at this track.
only
Never a
60.
dull moment.
In a van.
Down by the river.
And that's the
Down
thing.
by the river. You're right. And then we'll be all.
How do you make someone relax enough to not be stressed out?
You know, it takes a lot. It's a lot of training and preparation and guidance for these guys so that they know
Right.
what it is that they're prepared for. As I told you, in a lot of cases, it's, trying to keep them from trying to go fast until they learn the track and they learn the technique on how to do it properly, and then they can start to go a little bit faster.
I can understand that they probably just want to hit the gas and go, but with these little sneaky little things on this track that, man, you can get yourself in some trouble.
Yeah. Well, before you arrived, when David was here, the last group that was on the track, they took off, and we had 2 guys spinning in the very first lap. Lou, my operations guy, brought everybody in, settled them down, and say, "Listen, you guys, it's a lot of fun, but it's only your first day driving a race car. You're not pros yet. You got to build up to it gradually, because it's almost a psychological thing that in our business, if you start having people doing lots of spins, I mean, with the spin out, you can get away with it and nothing happens. But a spin out also can result in a collision, right? And that's that's an unpleasant experience for everyone to have that sort of thing happen. So we need to, protect people from themselves. Well, somebody's put the cones way out here for some reason.
Surprise!
Maybe they're taking the cones out to be able to prepare for something.
Dave, do the others want to come out too, or?
Yeah, but we're gonna take a fast lap though.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
A fast
I've got somebody from the track in front of us here. It's like the police here. So I
It
have
looks
to
like
back
everybody else
off a little
left.
bit.
They didn't leave.
No, they're in
I'm
their
going
car.
home with
They're in
one
their
of
car.
them.
Our guys are done for the day. They're done. Our track time finishes at 4:30. So I did request permission to be able to take you out.
Thank you.
It looks like somebody's been pushing cones around.
Yeah, so don't follow the cones.
You're
Right
so
on, Tim.
funny.
I'm trying to be on purpose.
Those critters are gonna get in.
That's why I use critters.
Those critters.
This is all for camping for the reggae festival that's going to be taking place in here. So, even though we're fast in a minivan, if you look at my hands, they're not really all over the place. And that's the part of the training to teach somebody how to drive it. You have to be
You're gonna
smooth
Snapchat
and
it?
use the finesse to do it correctly.
Wait, let's do it here.
Yeah, pretty much is 9.3 and that's 10.2, right?
Yes, 9-3. So it looks like we have a little bit of a clear track up here.
Oh,
These
good
guys
lord.
not really slowing down.
In the van going 60 over the corkscrew.
To the car.
Hello!
Stop on the
Don't
racetrack.
Stop!
Stop at the top of the
Yeah.
corkscrew.
Probably a Chinese driver.
Just like
We really can't see below her.
That's going on
Come
the
down the
parachute.
hill.
Oh!
Feel that?
Oh,
wow.
I feel it.
So anyway, this is the track. That's what it feels like. Going around the track.
That's
Where's the
amazing.
minivan on like a
Alec, where do most of the accidents
around.
occur on the
In
track?
a van.
You know,
We're
there
gonna
isn't
die.
one place that I can say this is where accidents occur.
Right here?
No, there's not one single place that I can say accidents occur more than at any other place. The whole track is very challenging,
Okay.
and you just have to be on top of it the whole time. You know, it's
Yeah.
anywhere around here where things can happen.
So there's
Part
not
of
one
it.
turn that's notoriously, dangerous or.
The corkscrew.
Well, I mean, the corkscrew is famous, but it isn't any more notorious than the other turns around the track.